Hi, this is my journal reflection number 6. During my rotation this week, I encountered a 22-year-old female patient who left a pretty big impact on me, not because of a breakthrough moment, but because of the emotional weight of not being able to help her in a way that I wish I could or wanted to. She had a history of complex trauma, borderline personality disorder traits, and recent suicidal behavior and self-harm behavior. Despite being placed on close observation, she's been on a 1-to-1 and in a safety smock, having safety contracts in place, intensive therapy sessions, and medication adjustments. She continued to engage in self-harm behaviors. Every time we thought we were making progress, something would trigger her and she would regress, sometimes in ways that put herself and staff at risk. She was given PRN medication. She refused to take the PRN medication. She said, "I'm never going to get better," which is pretty, I don't know how to word it. Despite everything that we put in place for her, she just could not keep herself safe. This interaction brought a new level of understanding to the PMHNP role for me. It taught me that sometimes, despite our best efforts, the patient might not be in a place where they can accept or receive the care we're offering. And so it challenged my idealistic views of progress and healing. I had to accept that stabilization, not transformation, was the realistic goal in the moment. I felt incredibly frustrated, not at the patient, not at her, but at the system, at myself, at the feeling of helplessness that comes when you care deeply but can't fix what's broken. I had moments where I questioned, am I doing enough? Am I missing something? I had come to terms with the reality that mental illness doesn't follow a linear path. And sometimes all we can do is be a safe, consistent presence, especially for somebody like her. One of my strengths is empathy. And I think that helped her trust me enough to be honest during our interactions. And I saw that, I watched that. But one of my growing edges is sitting with the discomfort of not having solutions. I think that's probably pretty normal. It's been normal in my career as a nurse, and it's definitely normal as a parent. I've realized I need to build more tolerance for situations where outcomes are uncertain and healing is pretty slow. In terms of therapeutic use of self, I found myself leaning into validation, reflective listening, and just being present. I couldn't promise her that everything would get better soon, but I could promise her she wouldn't be alone. What I've learned is that sometimes success in psychiatry looks like keeping someone alive another day, not necessarily getting them to insight or immediate change. That feels heavy, but also real. Going forward, I'll carry this lesson with me to meet patients where they are, not where I wish they need or would be. And to remember that even in the most difficult cases, presence, compassion, and persistence don't matter. Thank you.